So I highly suggest that everyone get a training aid, something like this, that has a molded grip already in place for you, right? So, you're sitting around watching TV and you just taking hold of this grip all the time and getting used to, with some muscle memory, of the grip. Okay, so these three fingers on our, I'm right-handed, so on our left hand, lead hand, are the most important fingers of the grip. You want to hold this similarly like you would be holding an umbrella. Okay, so these three fingers right here, we want to make sure that the grip is in this area of the hand, not down here, not way up here, but right at the edge of the palm, the beginning of the fingers. Okay, so let's take a hold with these three fingers first. Okay, now this thumb here is extremely important. This goes on the outside of the grip. Okay, over here. This finger here, this pointer finger, is kind of like a small hook. So you got that hooked in like this. Now this would be a strong grip with the V pointing away from the target. And you can see my knuckles here. Okay, this would be more neutral. This would be weak. You pretty much never want to have this. This is not going to work in golf. I highly suggest that you get you have a much stronger grip like this, and I think that'll help a lot of people out. You could literally swing a golf club just with these three fingers here, in regards to the pinky. Okay, so either way is fine. Don't get really, really tight up in here like this with the interlock. That's going to cause some problems. All right, but you want to be more, if you do interlock, you want to be more like this. I like to overlap. Okay, remember, these two hands have to work in conjunction with each other to a certain degree. They want to mirror each other. Okay, so make sure that you get that like right there. What do we do with the right hand? So these fingers, these two fingers here, go around the grip, just like this, right? And this is what's kind of hooking on these two fingers here, right? And this area right here is extraordinarily important, right? This gives you some power. You want to feel like you're using a knife, like you're cutting steak or you're cutting an apple, right? And that's that kind of feeling you have when you're cutting something, right? That you put pressure right here on this bone right here, and that goes up against the side. Your thumb, your right thumb, is going to be on the other side, on the target side of the grip. Okay, and this finger here just acts as another hook. Okay, so this is a hook. This thumb is just hanging on. And honestly, the right hand shouldn't get too active. It should be way more of these three fingers are the main drivers of the grip. Okay, so we have these three fingers, this thumb away from the target. You have a hook here that allows for some control. These two fingers go wrapping around. This V now is pointing away from the target as well. So I have two V's, as you can see here, and both of them are pointing away from the target. Okay, and then I have my hook here. I want to have I like a strong grip. I don't want you to squeeze the life out of it. Okay, I want it to be very, very secure. Okay, because if you get really, really tight with your grip, your wrist can't move. Okay, and you got to be able to have loose wrists, which I've discussed a million times in your swing.